Yeah. What happened? Who screamed? No one screamed.
So considering that Hogwarts Legacy is coming out soon, and I just did the house sorting survey on wizardingworld.com, I wanted to go back and review the Harry Potter game for my favorite film in the franchise, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I have reviewed video games based on movies before in the past, and some of them I rather enjoyed, like Spider-Man 2, Path of Neo, and King Kong, which I am probably going to do an updated review on in the future. But Prisoner of Azkaban was another one of those games back then that I played at the same time the movie came out. The movie came out on June 4th of 2004 and the game was released 2 days before on June 2nd. So if you wanted the movie spoiled for you, just play the game and you'll get kind of the idea of what happens in the movie. I say kind of because while the game does follow the plot of the movie, it is greatly exaggerated throughout the game. Like, do you remember when Fred and George gave Harry the Marauders map, how they just took him aside and literally just gave it to him? Well, in the game, it's a whole ass mission. And that's pretty much how the whole game is, taking little parts of the movie that would otherwise be a 5-minute scene and turn it into a 30 to 45-minute mission. And to the point of it being ridiculous. Another example, remember how Professor Lupin taught Harry how to fend off the Dementors by using the Patronus charm? Well, in the game, you have to go through a whole dungeon by yourself in a situation that could possibly kill him, and a lot of the game is like that. What is your lesson for the day? Oh, make sure you keep your head intact. The retelling of the movie is pretty decent by hitting a lot of the major plot points. The voice acting is not that bad, however the voice acting for Ron and Harry sound way too similar that at times I didn't even know who was talking. The graphics for 2004 are actually not that bad compared to most games that came out in this time, and I will keep making this comparison because some people think I was delusional when I said it, but even this in 2004 looks tons better than Path of Neo, which came out a year after, so suck on that. God, these graphics sucked! Now, how do I feel about the gameplay? Well, the thing is, sometimes when I decide to go back to an older game to review, it just reminds me how much I take the better controls and features we now have in modern games for granted. Because when I went back to play Prisoner of Azkaban, god damn did I want to pull my hair out at certain points through my playthrough. The biggest thing that bothered me was that turning the camera left and right was inverted and I could not change it. It was like that the whole game and it just kept messing me up. And that with the combination of the targeting lock-on system was just trash. I would be clearly looking at one enemy and Harry would completely turn around and decide to aim at someone else. A thing I did enjoy, however, was the ability to change between your three main heroes, Harry, Hermione, and Ron. Each hero can all do 2 of the same spells, which is Flipendo and Expelliarmus, but they all have their own spells that they can utilize throughout the game. Ron can use Lumos Duo, I believe, that can be used against ghosts or to solve puzzles. Hermione can fix anything broken or turn water into ice, and Harry can use a tether to pull things closer to him and the famous Expecto Patronum. I like this because it gives them all something to do and it's fun to figure out on how to complete a level by knowing, okay, I need to use Hermione for this or Ron for that. The puzzles in the game were really fun as well. It gave us some variety in the middle of doing all of these battles with these other enemies and giving you something else to do. One thing I do wish this game had was more spell slots for you to use. It got pretty annoying having to switch out your spell for another every time and going into your select menu to do so. It just slowed the pacing of the game down so much at points. There are times during my playthrough that I would forget what my task was supposed to be, so I'm able to go through my task list, which was using the Remembrall, cleverly enough. However, there are times when it doesn't give a clear indication of exactly what you are supposed to do at certain times, so the characters will say it out loud, which can be helpful. However, they can repeat the same thing just a bit too much to the point of being obnoxious.
Where can we find some fire seeds?
We really need to collect some fire seeds.
Do you think we'll find fire seeds in something that's on fire?
What am I supposed to do again? go to the 4th floor? Alright, bet.
We should go to the 4th floor.
I know, Ron! Exploring the castle is pretty cool because it is a decent remake of the actual castle, but I bet it's gonna be nothing compared to what the castle is going to look like in Hogwarts Legacy. I cannot wait to review that game for y'all. I did also find it very fun and interesting that you could be flying on Buckbeak and explore the castle by flying in the air and just seeing everything from that type of view. I think that was really interesting, and I was not expecting that out of a game like this, to be honest. There are also moments where you have to be sneaky and avoid being detected by people like Snape or walk around Knight's vision, but it ended up being just a bit way too easy. It was times like this that while playing the game, I realized that the demographic for this game was clearly not meant for people my age, but more kids around being 7 to 13 years old. The movie was great and everybody should watch it, but the video game, while I enjoyed it so much as a kid, I can promise you that I will never see myself returning to play this game again. So I know there has been a weird influx of Harry Potter content on my channel, but that's because I am so hyped for the new game, and hey, I love the Harry Potter franchise. Probably not as much as some people in the fandom, because I know a few people who are obsessed with Harry Potter. But if I enjoy a franchise, I'm very likely going to talk about it, just like how I talked about Dragon Ball quite a bit recently. Guys, my name is Pedro Ordonez, also known as GL7. Please subscribe, comment, like, thumbs up, do whatever you guys can to support this channel. Thank you and welcome to all the new subscribers recently. I hope you find my content enjoyable and you can certainly expect more to be out soon. Let me know what your favorite film is in the Harry Potter franchise, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace out.